Hey there folks, it's Future Marstead here to introduce these RuneScape 3 videos. When I did my blind old school RuneScape Questcape playthrough, I did it in like 8-hour chunks, and I don't think that makes very much sense for the way RS3 is structured. So instead I'm just going to record clips, and then once I have enough clips together that I think it makes sense to publish an episode, I'll record an intro and outro bumper like this. So this might be a bit of a long intro because I want to talk about the series in general and what to expect going forward. I'll put a time code if you want to skip to the clips. So my general objective with this series I think is going to be the Questcape again. I think that represents a ton of content in RS3 and I'll be able to see a lot of what this game has to offer by working on that. I'm more or less going to do quests when they become relevant, like if it unlocks something that's useful, but if there's not something immediately pressing for me to do, I'm going to try to do the quests in release order. That means we'll end up seeing all the quests that are in RS3 and old school RuneScape first, and I can kind of comment on the differences. This isn't like Jimmy's buy release series. I'm not going to be super hardcore about this. Like, if a quest makes sense for me to do out of order, I will do it out of order. Speaking to you here as Future Marstead, I have a much better picture of the structure of this game, and specifically the structure of the what I find to be objectionable content like dailies. I think the majority of the actual like lockout dailies aren't that big of a deal. You know, it's maybe 10, 15 minutes of work to do all of them every day. The stuff that's really annoying are like shopscape dailies. If you didn't know this, shops restock once a day. So there's a lot of items that you're kind of required to buy out every day if possible and hoard them for some future use. I bring this up to say that one of the things I'm going to be focusing on early in this playthrough is finding a stable money-making method so that I can afford to do my daily shopscaping without having to spend a lot of like cognitive energy on considering it. It's going to take a while for me to build up to that. I'm going to have to do some later game quests out of order to really get a money-making engine running, but eventually I think it's going to pay for itself and then I'll be able to stop thinking about it, just have enough money that I can do all my shopscaping in 5 minutes. As far as episode length, I think these episodes are going to run a lot longer than the OSRS videos, especially if most of the content is quest focused. Many of the quests in this game have like detailed cutscenes and voice acting, and the voice acting alone causes them to take quite a bit longer. Like, I recorded the entirety of the replacement quest for Prince Ali Rescue, just because it's super different from old school RuneScape, and I think it's like 2 hours raw footage just because there's so much voice acting. I'll try to put time codes where possible to let you skip around if you don't want to watch entire quests like that, but I think part of what I'm trying to do here is document RS3 for old school RuneScape players who are interested in what's different but don't want to sink 1,200 hours into the game to figure it out, right? If a quest exists in both old school and RS3, I'm probably not going to record it unless something is significantly different about it. I'll pop in. That's going to be the structure of these videos. They'll be variable length. I'll do an intro and an outro bumper, and they might include entire quests depending on when I get to them. Before we get on to the clips here, I want to talk about my restrictions for this account because I am 100%, I need to play this as a restricted Iron. I can't just do this as a vanilla Ironman or I'm going to tear my hair out and quit. If you watch the episode 1 live stream, you already know that I set a restriction that I'm not going to do the daily challenges or like yak track rewards or anything like that. This is the thing that looks like a battle pass in game and feels like a battle pass, and I hate it. Something I don't discover for about 100 hours, though, is the premium aura system that I am outraged is enabled for Ironman in this game. If you don't play RS3, there's a set of auras that you unlock based on points that you accrue by being a RuneScape member for a long time. These auras are some of the most objectionable content I've ever seen in a video game, at least in the way that they interact with the game's core loop. Like, again, RuneScape to me is special because it's such a self-directed game. You can kind of log in and do whatever you want, and there's no external incentives telling you you need to play it this way or that way. But these premium auras, which again are able to be purchased by Ironmen for some reason, have insane quality of life benefits. Like, there's one that allows you to regenerate prayer whenever a monster attacks you, just making bossing and Slayer AFK as hell. And to make matters worse, all of the auras have a limited time duration and a mandatory cooldown, which means that if you want to get the most value out of them, they're basically dailies. You have to use them every day. You have to sign in, and once you turn them on, now you have to do Slayer until the aura runs out. Otherwise, you're wasting the aura. Oh, I hate it so much. I don't want to rant at you for an hour about how much I hate these auras, but I'm not going to use them. I've decided I am not going to turn them on. It turns out that's something that I can trivially prove to you. There's an in-game menu that proves that you've never used an aura, so I will do that. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about in future episodes, but I'll let you get to the clips here. Stop it, RS3. Stop it. Let me love you. Go away. Okay. I have things to work on.
I think my main objective to start with is I'd like to get to base 20 skills-ish, so that I can start looking at doing quests, because I think I neglected quests for too long on my OSRS account and ended up missing out on a lot of rewards and things like that. So I will start working on base 20s here. Pick a skill to start with, I guess. I think I'm going to start with Runecraft. Runespan seems relatively AFK. One of the things I want to do here is I want to start looking through all the settings, and I want to be skilling while I'm doing that. So I guess Runecraft makes just as much sense as anything else. I mentioned that I'm going to try to limit wiki usage. It's mostly going to be for quests, I think. There's a couple situations where I pretty much have to look at the wiki, like if I get a Slayer task and I don't know where to go for it. So I'll still do that. I'll probably use the wiki to look up like specific items. I want to know what that Wicked set from Runespan does, because it just says it does something for Runecraft without specifying exactly how it works. And while I'm browsing some of that, I'm also probably going to split this VOD and just make sure that the audio balance is okay. Maybe while I'm not streaming it, I can get it so that the audio is a little bit more noticeable. I guess also if I'm doing an activity like Runespan here, I'm probably going to go look up Runespan on the wiki just to see like, is there an island I should be on? I have no idea like what the expectations are here. So the main thing I'm going to ignore with the wiki, I think, is quest guides. I'm going to try to do quests on my own as much as humanly possible, because I think that would be fun to watch. So like right now, I don't even know which of these guys gives the best XP. We'll start with the earth ones. Or the water ones, question mark. I probably won't announce level ups here. I guess it's kind of sad that this isn't in the text box, so like I have to be really quick to turn on recording. Yeah, once I'm past level 20, I can probably start announcing level ups. That's always fun. I need to figure out what they want me to do here. I honestly have no idea. It says a rune sphere has spawned on the top floor. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing the RS3 wiki is less popular to edit than the OSRS wiki, because it's a little bit less helpful in terms of like, you know, strategy. It's a little bit more meandering in the gameplay text. I can also just experiment, so I might start trying to hop around on islands. I can announce when I get multiples of 10. Runecraft 10. Apparently these creatures are not very good XP, and I should be looking for some like rocks to siphon, so yes, I can go try to do that. I have no idea. Like I mentioned on stream, this place makes me think of like a private server solution to the Runecraft skill. Kind of funny in that respect. Okay, so the platforms cost runes to use, which I guess makes sense. You were not charged for traveling to the bigger island. Okay. I guess I can also like go up this ladder. The notification about the rune sphere said it was on the top level. I don't know if I'm even allowed to reach it or if that's like a later game thing. You require 33 Runecraft to climb the vines. Okay, well, that reduces a bit of stress, I guess. It says you need 15 Runecraft to cross this gap. Okay. I guess because it's an ice platform, maybe that's a combination of two other runes. Oh, sure. Water and air. Calling that ice? You hear a wizard calling for help. Find him and he may give you rewards. Well, I think I'm limited in where I can go here, right? Because I can't, like, cross over to where that guy is. I need to get to 15 first? This guy, the wizard we're talking about? How's the training going? Okay, no, he's not the one we're looking for. Since I'm not streaming this with a smaller window anymore, I went ahead and shrunk the UI down to normal. You're watching it in full screen on YouTube, it should be fine. All right, 15 is an XP level that I need to cross more of these platforms. I think I can do... Okay, I can't do small missile platforms until 20. I think I can harvest these fireballs now. If I can get to them, I'll try. If I understand the core loop correctly, I think you're supposed to go for the S-lings initially to get a bunch of like rune essence and runes to cross bridges, and then you're supposed to focus on these instead? Question mark. I'm looking through the settings here. I'm going to turn on this HUD icon for the combat mode. I probably don't need that long term. I increased the number of bars automatically used in Revolution. Thanks again for the help on stream with checking all these boxes. My DPS was really bad because of that, presumably. Oh, that's cool. They kind of have a menu entry swapper in the form of one button gameplay. I think that means that this replaces things like trade before talk to. I'll definitely take that. Don't know what a lot of this stuff is, so I'm just going to skip it if I have no idea. I guess I'm just going to click through this. I'll let you know if I make any big changes that sound exciting. Incorrect. One button gameplay just makes the left click the right click. I don't like that. I adjusted my inventory on the bottom to be 2 rows of 14 slots. I mean, this whole thing had to come out a little bit longer, but I think it gives me a little bit more room. I think this is as tiny as I can make these things. Okay, it's fine. There is Runecraft level 20, which is my objective. I'm just trying to get base 20 on all skills. I was able to do a little bit of putzing around in the settings, but I still have way more to do, so I guess I'll go find a different skill to work on. Guess I gotta see what these points do. Figure that out here. Okay, so I have 62 points, which can't afford anything. I'm gonna Google what the Wicked stuff does. Conjures runes and essence. That's not enough information for me, so yeah, I'm gonna look that up. The Wicked Hood can be obtained for free? Why would they try? Okay, whatever, fine. I can go do that. Functions the same way as a talisman. Oh, it's like an omni-talisman kind of a thing. So frustrating that you can just get it for free, or you could pay a fairly significant amount of points. Like, it's more than my entire session there for a thing that's technically free. I wonder why it's even in that shop, or if they, like, decided it was important enough at some point during iteration that they just moved it to Berthorpe for free. It's somebody around here, I guess. Amicruber. Okay.
Hello there, thanks for stopping. So, can I fix you up with one of these wicked hoods?
Sure. What the hell? I just get an unlimited number of them. Okay. Video games. Okay, that's kind of cool. Activate. Where? It looks cool. Just let me, like, teleport to these? Is that what that's saying? Runes or teleport? Runes? Recharges daily. I guess, like, item handouts that are daily are probably, I mean, shops are doing that. That's probably fine. Receive essence, receive runes, teleports. Okay, well, I guess that's a way to craft, right? If I'm reading that right. All right, I got to pick a new skill to train. Let's see. All right, so I was just going to go level fishing really fast since there's a node near here. So I was like, well, look at the fishing training page on the wiki, and it's like, there's like a list of 9 things that boost your, no, it's like 20 things that boost your skilling before it starts telling you what to fish. 1 to 20 crayfish. Okay, let's just do crayfish, that's fine. You know, I mentioned this on stream, I'm gonna take this moment to clean up my bank and actually organize things, because the sooner I do that, the sooner I can start keeping up with organization. I'm actually just gonna literally copy my bank from my main account on Old School. I went ahead and expanded the bank. I appreciate this game gives you like a ton of tabs. I'm probably going to change the tabs later, but I've got runes, food, equipment that I'm actually using, tools, although this probably makes less sense given that you have the tool belt, materials, herb lore, bones, random skilling junk, I guess, boxes and stuff, random gear that I'm not using, archaeology, summoning, divination, salvage, which probably doesn't need its own tab, but you know, I'll clean it up later, and then I guess garbage. So yeah, I should be able to maintain this. I guess I like this format for the inventory, but it makes the skilling window look kind of janky. You've just finished your current yak track task. No, I haven't. Go away. All right, just got the cache message, which somebody during the live stream said that I should do if it pops up, so I'm going to try to head to that. I just Googled it on the wiki, and it says that you should go to Falador and run east. It says that there's like an energy rift that I can go inside. I don't actually know how it works, but I suppose we'll find out here in a second. Right-click, enter cache. I'm glad I looked that up. You'll receive XP for this activity. Will not award any boosts. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Huh. I have no idea how this works. Tree of Ancient Memory. Okay. Children of Mon have a divination level of 92. Transform statues? What? Oh, I have no idea what this is. I'm like, we're like moving things in here? I have no idea what this is. Let me try to read the wiki. You just click on the automatons to turn them into coins? Disabling this automaton requires a divination level of 45. Why? What? Why is that true? Okay, well, I guess I can only do the ancient ones. You will not be able to transform again for 1 minute. Okay, so I have to like constantly be This is the weirdest event. I can get the tiny memories, it says. I have high enough divination for that. Oh, you're already carrying a memory. Okay, so it's kind of like a lap running skill, sort of. I mean, I don't have a memory to offer. It says I'm already carrying one. I don't know how I get that menu back from the activity. Here it is, minigame. Okay. Try turning back into a statue. I honestly don't know the best way to do this. Maybe there's only room for like one person to be disabling the automatons. I guess this isn't the weirdest minigame of all time, but it feels so like random. Like I assume there's a quest or something that explains the lore of this, but even with a quest, it's like so weird to turn into this like crazy mech thing with like a long tail and then just like talk to a guy and he turns into a little coin, like a little hockey puck. What? I'm trying to think of any minigame that's like as bizarre as this in old school. There's probably a couple. All right, well, whatever happened in that mini game, I apparently did enough to get 30 points. You receive 1,050 divination XP. Okay, can I like harvest these? Because I'd like to get this to 20. Okay, I can, cool. I'm just gonna get divination level 20 and get this out of the way. This seems like an AFK enough activity that I can keep looking through settings here. Fortunately, it remembers what I was looking at last, so that's helpful. Maybe divination is much better at higher levels and makes more sense, but really at low levels, like, it's crazy what a contrast this skill is compared to archaeology, which I think is incredible. It's one of the best things I've seen. Like I mentioned on the stream, I think archaeology is what you would see from, you know, 90s Blizzard making a RuneScape clone, or like a modern indie dev trying to make a RuneScape clone. But divination is like reminds me of fire making. It's very silly and seems weirdly unmotivated. Just hit 20 divination, which apparently unlocks a million things, but I'm gonna turn these in and get out of here. I'm not very far from archaeology 20, but I do want to get everything to 20, so I may as well do this one as well. I'm eventually gonna do a lot of archaeology. I need the AFK really bad. Oh, this place is great. There's a materials cart like right there. Oh, that's convenient. I just noticed I'm digging through the settings here. There's a zoom unlock that's pretty helpful. I'll try to stay zoomed in when I come in to record because I know it looks a little bit prettier than if I'm constantly a tiny ant like every MMO ever, but this will be helpful for like area navigation and the like. One of the settings I found here is changing the stack value to high alchemy instead of grand exchange, since I don't care about the GE. Oh, I kind of like this option to add the legacy interface skin. I might try legacy interface mode just to see what it looks like, but this is a bit of a cleaner look to me than that blue. Let's try, what does legacy interface mode look like? Let me make sure I save my current settings, I guess, before I do that. Oh, I think I like this a lot better. It's a lot cleaner, it looks like. I prefer the inventory. Yeah, I think the new one is just like really cluttered and messy, and they like give you too many options. Yeah, this is much better. I feel like all those menus are really messy in a way that's kind of hard to articulate. It's like a problem of too much customization, you know? Well, I got the Guthix cache message. I'm not quite at 20 archaeology, but I guess it seems like divination is a really annoying skill to train, or it's particularly slow, so I don't want this to like overly affect how I train things, but I guess it's fine for now. I'm already 20 divination, but it's not super long. All right, entering cache. This is such a strange game. Throw some juice in a hole, but a robot might stop you. So you can become a robot, so you can turn other robots into hockey pucks so that other people can throw their juice in the hole. Even the minigame interface over here I like better. I guess it's just resized. I don't know, I don't like when they give you so much like freedom to resize the UI because it's really easy to make the UI look like ass as a result. All right, I finished with like twice as many points as I got last time now that I kind of knew what I was doing. Okay, I'm divination level 6 now, I guess. You receive the following boost for 14 minutes. Oh, okay, so I guess I should keep doing divination after finishing that? That's fine, I can do that. Potential deal breaker for the old school UI. I don't think if it displays buffs anywhere. I'm gonna try to find it. My goodness, the bank looks so much better. I have too much stuff with me because I teleported out really fast, so I'm just gonna deposit all this junk and I'll come back for it later. Magical force prevents you from banking this item, that's fine. Yeah, it looks like you get a buff timer in legacy mode, so hopefully nothing's going to stop me from using this. I think it looks way better. So I think I've made it through all the settings here, and I've picked the ones that I want. I might make some additional adjustments later, but I'm pretty good with what I've set on, and I really like this legacy interface. Not just because it's familiar, I just think it's cleaner and more fixed looking. I really hate the look of the like over-customized World of Warcraft UIs. I maintain this is a profoundly silly animation. Ended up getting to 28 divination from this buff. I'll go back to archaeology here in a second. Oh, I didn't see where I got this diviner's robe from. I'll have to look that up. I should have been wearing that, I guess, for divination XP, but right on. That's kind of cool. No idea where that came from. Zero clue. No, I apparently got it from that Guthix cache. Okay, well, that's cool. I'll take it. All right, I looked up that diviner outfit. It looks like you get chance to get it per point you get in the cache. So if you had 60 points, it's like a 30% chance to get it. That's pretty good. Got one of those a little early. I guess I'll just keep doing those when they pop up. At some point I'll probably stop, but it sounds like divination is a really annoying skill, so taking advantage of my real-time availability seems pretty important. Damage Zaros Effigy, because that's important to get those uncommonly. I got a letter from the Archaeology Guild, and I'm level 20, so I should go find something else to do, I guess. Good timing to stop, I suppose. Look, I already have the materials to restore the Zaros Effigy, so I will do that. I believe is where you get the boatload of your Archaeology XP, right? Yeah, okay. Instantly shot up to 21 from that. Gotcha. And I think I have one in my bank that I can see if I can restore. Probably not. I need to figure out what to do with these pylon batteries because I'm not allowed to bank them. Okay, pylon batteries are used to charge pylons, which give a global buff to people, but I guess they give you XP for turning them in, so I'm gonna find out where I turn them in here. Over here, like, where is this pylon? I think it might be this giant pylon here. Okay, cool. 3? 50 XP. Okay, well, I got my inventory spot back. I was working on fishing and got distracted, so I'm gonna go back to fishing to get it up to 20. So working through fishing over here, trying into the River Lum. This might be slightly further from a bank than Berthorpe, but I'm not gonna be here much longer. Also got the friends chat working. Apparently this works across old school and new school RuneScape, so that's kind of cool. Okay, I think I've made the final interface adjustment. I've mostly removed the transparency from the window in the bottom left. I think that looks a lot better. Get another Guthix cache. I'll go do that now. Probably should wear my diviner outfit. It's like 1%, but I'll run it in town and grab it really fast. My theory on continuing to do these as they pop up, even though my objective is base 20 skills, is I'd like to get to a point where I don't feel like I need to go do this Guthix cache the instant it becomes available. That would be great. I don't like having my play force structured like that. So the more I do it now, the more I can get it out of the way and then never have to think about it again, preferably. Oh yeah, it's so easy to just like minimize the chat UI over here, and the game ends up looking really clean if you close everything. All right, got pulled out. Let's see what we get. Divination 30. Cobalt Chinchampa. All right, I'm just not going to question any of that. And I got another piece of the Diviner's set. That's cool. I'm pretty lucky, I think. I didn't get that many points, right? So there must be like a pop-up. As a reward for your dedication, you get a piece of the Diviner's outfit. Yes, I think I had a 33% chance to get it, and I got it again, so... Interesting, so you don't get a buff from that one, which I actually prefer, because then it doesn't force me to do divination for, like, 10 minutes or whatever it is, so I'm just gonna head back to fishing. Apparently I got 20 fishing when I got up to go to the bathroom. Yeah, fishing's done. I'm working on something else now, maybe cooking, since I have the fish to cook. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do... Cook's assistant, and then I'll cook at the range and the Lumbridge Castle, I guess. I assume it still has a burn rate. Oh, I also replaced all the map icons with the classic ones, which are easier for me to read. So that looks cleaner to me as well. All right, starting up Cook's assistant. Why not? I also ordered the quests in release order, so I'll probably end up doing it in release order. I think that's reasonable. That'll probably get me through all the old school quests. And if I have everything done up through the old school quests, then I know everything after that is brand new for me. Oh, I like this little quest pop-up thing. That's cool. Accept quest. All right, grabbed a bucket from Groat's farm. I'm gonna go get the milk. And I guess I need a pot. I don't think I get one for free. I'll double check though. I'm not sure this is top quality milk. She did say something about getting a cow near the cliff specifically. Prize dairy cow. That's interesting. So they made this slightly different? What an interesting choice. Oh, I guess there's a bucket spawn right there too. Got it. Somebody at Jagex wasn't happy with the old bucket full of milk sprite and decided it needed to be like dribbling over the side. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. Oh, I guess this is kind of a pseudo quest helper, because it's helping me to find stuff for the quest I'm currently working on, maybe? Assume that's why there's this like blue thing. I was gonna come in here to say that I feel like it's weird that they changed the map the way they did. It's like they washed out the colors and tried to make it look more like a satellite photo or something. Which I really like the OSRS map. It's colorful, it's like kind of pretty pixel art. And I feel like this doesn't look realistic enough to work as a realistic satellite map. And it doesn't look pixelated enough to look like, you know, a nice pixel art map. All right, looks like there is a pot drop in here. Use your wheat on the hopper. Cool. I have to make extra fine flour. Do I need like a special egg then too? How dare they change this quest? No, the flour is also spilling out the sides. What? No, Jagex, stop that. Stop it right now. Oh, I need a super large egg. Okay. Okay, there's a spawn over here for a super large egg. I'm trying to find it. Like, is there like an NPC that tells me about this or something? Okay. I understand why they changed it. They wanted to make the quest stand out a little bit more and be more like a, you know, a WoW quest. I kind of like that it's just like get these 3 random items and you're done. You could even like trade those items to somebody and they could just do the quest immediately. All right, talking to the cook here. Here's some milk, flour, egg. I'm probably going to skip through most of the text and quests I've already seen. Cook's assistant. Excellent. Just gives you 20 sardines now? Huh. All right. First quest complete. I'm going to cook my way to 20 here. There's a pretty nice quality of life upgrade here. You can go straight to the bottom floor at a staircase. I like that. Oh, just got 20 cooking. I think I'm going to do agility next. I guess I'll just start going down the list. I'll probably switch to Slayer to get all my combat out of the way. Looking up agility if I should just do the Burthorpe course. I think the one in Gnome Stronghold is still pretty solid, so I'll probably plan to just do that. Shouldn't be too brutal of a walk, question mark. Well, this is kind of neat. I'm trying to go to Catherby here, and you get like a different color map when you get high up on the mountain. I actually don't know the way through here. I've always taken boats and stuff, which is probably still possible. That was simple enough. It's just a cave that you take down. All right. Presume there's a lodestone here somewhere. Ah, there it is. I like how they've insanely increased the rake speed for a low-level farmer. All right, it looks like Sears Village is a distinct lodestone, even though it's not that far away. So that's nice. And I'll keep going from here off to, I guess I'll grab the one in Ardoin. It's not too far out of the way. Looks like there's a warp point to a manor farm here. New Gothic's cache open, so I'm going to head over to that once I activate this lodestone. Oh, this is the Ardoin lodestone. Okay, well that's nice. All right, I'm going to do divination again. All right, minigame end. I don't think I did as good as last time. There are a lot more people, which makes it harder. Level 33. Did not get outfit piece that time. All right, yeah, it looks like the XP rate at this gnome course is slightly better than the Burthorpe course, so I'll just do this till 20. Should be fine. Are they gonna have me do the thing where I like move boxes for them? It's really interesting. I'm not clear on what the reason for this is. They put all the gnomes in like suits of armor so they look more threatening. That's pretty funny. All right, training agility. I'll report it when I'm half done and when I'm completely done. Talent Scout's trying to get my attention. I don't know what this is. I think you've got what it takes. Okay. Please don't tell me this is warping me out of this area. Interesting. Who are you two? What's going on here? Where am I? You're in no danger. Scrambles and Snotgut. The pit. Okay. Was this like a new agility minigame or something? Okay, pushing me through here. Stop milking it. It's the pit. It's meant to be a pit. Doesn't look like one to me. Do you think the darkest areas in this game are too dark? I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Look at the graphic setting and see if there's anything to change how intense it is. Put the thing in the other thing. It's my favorite event. Is that the real name? I'm glad RS3 is still pretty funny. 3 pedestals with holes. Find the shape that fits and put it inside. I see your point now. Put the thing in the other thing. That's great. Okay. I have a time limit to do so, it looks like. Find the shape. Interesting. It is kind of hard to see, though. The last one's like a keyhole, it looks like. I did it. Time to get my reward. This is almost like a random event, I guess. The rewards room. Smells bad here. You can risk the experience you've earned. Only if you want to, no pressure. Double the experience you've won. Have it or have it stay the same. Oh, I'm not going to gamble. Risking crate. Leave. I think they said something about getting like a monkey mask or something. I have no idea what that is all about. I don't see anyone else to interact with here. I guess while I'm in a dark area, let me futz with the settings and see if I can make this less dark. Okay, it looks like it's based on the skybox, and I can just set the skybox to midday, even underground, and then it makes things visible. I appreciate that. I'm going to do that for streaming purposes, so y'all can actually, like, see things. Leave without risking. It's going to knock me out again. Double rainbow. Indoors? Great animation. I love it. $804 agility XP for your participation in the pits. Yeah, jump me straight to agility level 9. That's cool. I don't know if I can just freely go back there. Maybe I'll talk to him and find out. Oh, I see. There's a random chance when you're doing the course for the talent scout to grab you and take you there. That's kind of cool. It gives you something to look forward to. More interesting than like Marcus of Grace. It says it's a 1 in 3 chance for the nimble outfit, which I guess is just an agility skilling outfit like the divination one, so that'd be nice. All right, talking to him again. It looks like he gives you a gorilla mask, which I think is just cosmetic. Pretty cool looking. I was trying to see if I should swap off of this before I get to level 20, and it mentions that for non-Ironmen, there's like a pair of boots you can get from the store that every player should have that just cause you to passively gain agility XP when you're playing the game. Really glad that's turned off for Ironman. 17 agility now. This is pretty slow compared to everything else in RS3 up to this point. My way to 18, I got called out by the talent scout again. Oh, it's really, it just goes through the whole dialogue again? Huh. Surprised he doesn't comment like, I know what this is. Alright, I'll report what happens at the end. I don't think it's worth gambling. Maybe I can look it up and see if it's like a higher chance of doubling or if it's literally just 50-50. Yes, this is a different game. High-low there. Show you a number. Pick if the next number is lower or higher. 6 times in a row. Show me a number. I press the button to save. I think the next number will be lower or higher. Okay. Seems weird. Socket is an idiot. Yes. No. Okay. Guess they're all single digits? Question mark? Okay, they're all single digits. That's good to know. Wait, really? Rolled lower? Can't be good at this. What's your chance of winning this? It's got to be pretty low, right? Okay, that's dumb. I don't know why that's here. I don't know the likelihood that you win that. Oh, I got a piece of the nimble outfit. That's cool. Well, I guess that gave me enough XP to get a good chunk of the way to 19. So one more level up. I don't know how many laps that is. There it is, level 20 agility. I guess I'll finish this last lap. And then I think I'm going to work on Slayer to 20 and also strength, defense, all the combat skills to 20. While I'm all the way over here, I'm going to go grab this Eagle's Peak lodestone. May as well. Eagle Peak unlocked. I don't know if there's like a shortcut to cross this river. That would be really convenient. I'm going to work on taking magic to 20 first. Do my Slayer task here with cave bugs. I'm probably going to have to look up most Slayer task locations. Decent herb drops from these guys. Got a couple grimy herbs. Maybe squeeze out level 2 herb lore here? Maybe. We'll see. It's so much easier for me to focus on things like level up notifications in this legacy UI. There's less like just garbage on the screen. I got a candle and a candle lantern over here. That'll be nice if I go to the Lumbered Swamp Cave later. I know a decent number of Slayer monsters down there. All right, task complete. Heading to see what the next one is. All right, next task is cows. Easy. Probably just do those in Birthorpe since it's close to a bank. That's interesting. I can just do Airbolt for free since it doesn't use Chaos runes. That's so strange. I wonder why they did that. Yeah, I think that just massively increases my DPS for free. You know, at least with it in old school, like it has a pretty significant cost in needing to spend Chaos runes, right? So this is the situation where AoE loot is actually pretty useful. I got another super cow to spawn. I didn't notice this when I left. Interesting. Nice. Constitution 17, combat 20. Cool. I get another 5,000 GP from that? That's really good. Insanely good, even. All right, task complete. Getting out of here. After I get base 20 and start working on quests, I might also just want to passively work on 55 magic for high-level alchemy. Probably harder for me to get money as an iron. Frogs. Okay, I'll just go to the lumbered swamp. Oh, there's some kind of weird shit here. Did they get rid of the frog spawns? Looks like they may have. See rats everywhere. Oh wow, they've really changed the lumbered swamp, it looks like. Regular frogs. I was hoping to get the big frogs to drop big bones, but I can just fight the ones out here. That's fine. I got this neat surge ability from agility that lets you like warp 10 tiles ahead. That's kind of cool. It's neat to get abilities like that from agility. That makes agility make a little bit more sense to me. I'm sure you get more of those as you level agility more. It'll be interesting. I'll look at the level up table, and if there's other stuff like that further down, then this might end up becoming just like old school where I spend a whole bunch of hours leveling agility before I can do anything else. Oh wow, all of the agility abilities are at level 5. That's unfortunate. Just hit level 10 Slayer. Looks like Slayer, at least at the beginning, is comparably slow. Oh, that's interesting. They put frog legs on the swamp toads drop table. They do not drop legs in old school, just bones. I guess the ones in the cave has some like rune drops, but definitely you only get those frog legs from gathering them from the ground. Interesting. I just encountered the mechanic where if you have adrenaline left over at the end of combat and you stand still, it like quickly heals you. I guess it feels like they've removed food as something that you really have to worry about in balance when you're going out to do things. Like, I guess you probably still need it for boss fights and things like that, but like for regular encounters, it seems like you can just completely top off all the time when you're in public. Well, I guess you're trading your adrenaline and it's not that big of healing, so the food is still somewhat relevant. I don't know. Task complete here in a second? There it is. See what's next. Getting pretty close to magic level 20. I guess I'll do range next after that. More cows. Alright, cows are currently an insanely fast Slayer task with magic, and it's really easy to loot everything. God, I got another super cow. I don't know if it's just like insane luck. I think somebody was saying that the spawn rate of these is supposed to be pretty low. Slayer level up from that. Another 5,000 GP. Excellent. Ah, if you're on a Slayer assignment, it's guaranteed to spawn, else it's a 1 in 1,000. So cool. So cow tasks are the best for making early money, for me anyway. Amusingly. Just finishing off 20 magic here. I only need to get a few more kills for it. There it is. 20 magic. I'll switch to range now. Alright, what's the next task? Frogs again. Okay, that might be a little bit rough with my range setup. I'll go give it a try and see what happens. I don't have to walk all the way around. There's an opening in the castle wall to go to the swamp. That's convenient. I got some extra time. I'm going to sit here and go ahead and do my customization. I just don't want to spend a ton of time on it when we were starting up the stream. I guess I can't change the whole outfit here, but I guess I'm going to switch to this. This looks fine to me. Another one of these Gothic caches. I'll probably stop announcing these. Maybe I'll announce the XP from it. It happens a lot. All right, rift complete. Did I get a piece? Hey, I got another piece. Man, I'm really lucky with that. Pretty silly looking set. I enjoy it. Got level 12 Slayer. I'm still working on getting to level 10 ranged here. Taking a while. New Slayer task. What we get? Spiders. Okay. Just got level 10 range. Which means I should probably go make an oak short bow. I'm gonna go try to work on that. I got a charge bow. What the hell is this? It's like way better. I gotta look this up. I don't know what that is or why I have it. The charge bow is a free-to-play bow that doesn't use arrows. That's like the crystal bow. Okay, that seems great. Does that mean all other bows are pointless? I'm really interested now. Seems like the damage on it is really good. What's the drop rate on it? It's common from spiders? Oh, 1 in 128 from spiders, and it dropped from the first one I killed. So really lucky. Okay. Well, I'll take it. That's sweet. One less thing I have to worry about. Continued use of this charge bow is not recommended at this range level. You'll find benefit from using a short bow with arrows or a crossbow with bolts. Is that true? Guess I'll go try to get a thing. Wood cutting level 10. Just got 15 wood cutting. I'm going to switch to oak. And I don't know. It's probably going to take a while for me to be able to fletch it because fletching is way far behind. Hopping over here to unlock some feathers. I need to level my fletching up to 15 to use oak logs. All right, I am deep into a candy loop right now. I need to get ore to make arrowheads to level fletching. So now I'm working on mining training, I guess. I'm going to look for iron. Well, I guess I need to level up to be able to do iron, so I'll do that first. I really like some of these improvements to mining. Like, I don't know what these geodes are yet, but I like that you get multiple ores per mine. Got another one of these. Can't wait to do enough of these and I never have to do them again. All right, if I can get another piece here. Did not get another piece, but I did get the 10% chance, so I'm going to do this for a little bit here. Just got a chronicle fragment. I don't know what that is, so I'll check it out later. Huh, just came out of the spring. About to hit 15 mining. I should be able to do iron ore now, which is good. I'm going to use that to make arrows here in a second. Let me pop out and deposit all my stuff. Oh, my bad. Iron ore was 10. Well, that's whatever. I got a bunch of extra bronze. Maybe it will help with leveling smithing. All right, so I'm getting a warning that I'm using the wrong tier of pickaxe. I should be able to get an iron pickaxe now, so I'm going to try to get my smithing up to be able to make one. Since it looks like you can make pickaxes in this game, you can't do that in old school. Oh, I got a notification that I made an extra bar for free. I guess that's for doing this at higher levels. It's kind of interesting. Should get level 10 smithing here, finally. There it is, 10 smithing. I can now do iron. I'm going to switch to here in a moment. All right, smelting my first iron bars, and then I'm going to make an iron pickaxe and try to get a whole bunch of iron and just kind of make a full set of iron stuff. Oh, it's right, it's 2 bars, or there's a chance to lose it, isn't there? Probably don't want to go to the trouble of getting rings of forging, so I'll just accept that I'm going to lose a bunch of resources here. Making my iron pickaxe here. There it is, iron pickaxe. Add to tool belt. Huzzah. All right, I'm just going to mine a whole boatload of iron. Ah, I got another piece of the Diviner's outfit. Nice. I think I only need one more then? Opening these geodes, it looks like it's a decent way to get spirit shards. Okay, I'm making my iron stuff. It looks like the iron ore box actually has you use the bronze ore box. That's cool. All right, making an iron mattock next. I'm making an iron scimitar next. I guess I'm going to go through and make a full iron armor set, and then I'll start making iron arrow tips going forward. Hey, level 20 mining. It's as far as I technically would take it, but I want to finish making all my iron stuff, so I might stay here for a bit longer. Ended up making a full set of iron armor here, which I think looks pretty cool. I know people complain about the aesthetic of RS3. The iron armor looks good to me. I'm going to keep mining until I can get to smithing 20, which is going to take a while. I'm making an offhand dagger. I don't know how the offhands work in this game, if they're just like defenders or they make you attack twice, but it seems like that's probably better than making a shield. All right, so I've made everything that I want to make out of iron, so now I think I'm just going to sink the rest of it into arrowheads. Got level 40, and I think I got the last piece of the Diviner's outfit. That's cool. First full skilling outfit. Yeah, 6% divination XP. Sweet. I will probably keep doing this. I'd like to get to 45 so I can attack the other... Like, I can get a little bit more XP in there once I get to 45 divination. It's by far my highest skill, even though it's the silliest one. I should look at the skill guide at some point and see if this has unlocked anything helpful. I don't care about any of this stuff. Hey, I just got 20 smithing. Finally, that took forever. I'm going to try to do steel. I don't know where coal is. I'm going to try to look for coal. I want to make a full steel set before I move on, even though 20 was where I wanted to get to with smithing. That's 10 fletching. Fletching is really slow for some reason. Feels like it anyway. Wouldn't you know it, got another Gothic's cache. I'm on my way over there now. My first time with the full set, so we'll see if it meaningfully affects my XP. All right, is there anything special that happens after I have the full outfit? Oh, I got the buff again. All right, I guess we're gonna do 10 minutes of this. Assume there's a place that's better to do this at. Let me look it up really quick. It is my first time never even getting a single level from that, so maybe I should look into... Maybe I should just stop doing them now that I'm not getting full level ups anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I looked it up. I guess there's better spirits over by Sears Village. Or I guess Relica, technically, so it's gonna be a long walk, but I'm gonna head over there. Oh my god, I was trying to figure out why I didn't get more XP from the Gothic's cache, and it's because I already reached the maximum amount of XP for the day. Screaming internally. Okay, I guess now I know. Alright, I'm at the level 40 training location. I only have 4 minutes left on the buff, but I'll go ahead and do it. I also grabbed the Relica lodestone so I can come back here faster next time. Finally, 15 fletching. I have been working on this forever. Hopefully I should speed way up now, finally. Alright, I should get a big burst of fletching XP now from iron arrow tips. Yeah, I just immediately got like 3 levels in a row from some of my iron arrowheads. I love these little breakpoints in RuneScape. It feels really satisfying. Alright, I should get 20 fletching here. This is really nice. Once you get past 15, fletching becomes a breeze. It's really brutal on those first 15 levels, though. There it is, 20. I should now be able to make an oak shortbow. Yes, I can. Beautiful. It is finished. Now I just have to string it. All right, moment of truth. Let's make a oak shortbow. I had to spend a ton of time on that. A whole bunch of like little candy loop things I did along the way, like leveling smithing in order to get the arrow tips to finish leveling fletching where I needed it to be. Doing pretty well on these base 20s though. I'm going to get back to working on range 20, Slayer 20, then we'll start working on melee. Completing Slayer tasks over here, actually getting points finally. I'm going to keep on this Slayer Master until 30 combat, which is a little ways off. All right, what's next for Slayer? Goblins. Awesome. Got something I haven't seen before. These grapes are on the ground, and it said, a golden beam shines over one of your items. You receive 3 grapes. I wonder if they sell for a lot or something silly. Yet another task. What we get? Birds. Let's go do some chickens. It's blowing through tasks here. What are we getting? 15 spiders again. Easy. Instead of doing the spiders in the lumbered swamp, I'm going to try doing the ones in the Stronghold of Security to see if I can squeeze out a little bit of extra XP. This zone will never not be funny to me. It's incredible. So silly. I love that they removed the account security questions from it. Well, these guys are much higher than I thought they would be. I wonder if I can safe spot them somehow. Wiki says they're level 16? 39 might be a bit too much for me. I guess it was talking about the little baby spiders. Alright, well, I'm already here, so I'll kill them. So I'm formulating a plan for this account. I want to have a strategy once I get to base 20s. I think it would be really fun, and I don't know if I'm actually going to commit to this forever, so don't take this as like a account restriction commitment. But it would be fun to do the quests in released order. I know that some of these quests, like I was confused, like what the hell is Stolen Hearts? But I guess that's Prince Ali Rescue, and they like revamped it into a new quest. I think it would be really cool to do every quest that I've already seen in old school RuneScape before I see a single RS3 exclusive quest. It might create some problems down the line, like that means I'm not going to see the summoning quest for a while, which means it's going to be really hard to level summoning early on. But I think I want to manually take all skills to 20 through training, just to kind of see what the game feels like for that. So yeah, that is my idea. So the next quest we'll do is Demon Slayer, and I'll start working down that list as soon as we get to base 20. Alright, I'm hoping for a cows task. I want those super cows. It's like so much money. I'll take goblins though. I just got 22 hit points, or constitution I should say. It's not too bad. Almost, I'm at 18 range now, so I should get 20 within a couple more tasks, then we'll switch to melee. Just got my first goblin mail. I finally saw a collection log pop up. I think people on stream are noticing those, but they like appear and disappear really fast compared to the collection log in old school. New task. Alright, cave bugs. They have much better drops than most of the stuff I've been killing here. I think the cave bugs in the Birthorpe cave are lower level than what I can probably deal with, so I'm going to try going to the Lumbered Swamp cave, since I did get a candle lantern from them last time. Assuming that works the way I expect. It seems like they really changed the whole layout of the swamp out there. I realize I have no ropes on me, but maybe they abstracted this to not require a rope anymore. That seems like that's on brand for RS3. Yeah, it's a dark hole under a tree. Interesting. You need a rope. Huh. Well, I'll be damned. Something I actually have to do. Alright, buying a single rope from this guy. Usually they made like the baseline prices of items significantly higher than old school. I guess that's because at some point money becomes way more trivial to earn. Like based on bond prices, like a factor of 10 more trivial to earn. Interesting to see. Right now, money seems comparably difficult for an early iron as it does in old school. Alright, here with the rope. Oh, they still make me do use rope. Wow. How positively old school of them. That's kind of cool to make it a dark hole under a tree. It's fitting versus just a random hole in the ground. I like that. Right, presumably there's still a... Oh, there's not a wall beast here? Interesting. Wonder if you can even do the thing where you like run past it. Looks like they're still only level 8 here. That's alright. I don't think I can get to level 12 ones with my current quest completions. Oh, nope, there are still wall beasts. They just moved them. Okay, that's cool. There's no like hole in the wall indicator, so I think I just happened to dodge it last time. Fun. Yeah, I like the way they redesigned this place. It looks cool. It looks more like a swamp cave. Just hit range level 20, so I'm going to switch to melee after this task. I gotta get my attack up so I can use that iron scimitar that I crafted. Give me a cow task, please. Ghosts. Actually don't know where the best place to fight ghosts is. I might look that up. I'm here in the Taverley dungeon for ghosts. All right, yeah, the lowest level ghosts are quite a bit above my current combat level, so we'll see if this is like a nightmare or if I need to come up with another solution. I cannot seem to land a hit on these dudes for the life of me, so I might need to... I guess I could just go kill some things randomly to try to get my attack up a little bit. I only need to get it to 10 to be able to switch to my better gear. Let me go do that. I'm gonna just go murder a bunch of goblins, I guess. I decided to farm cave bugs because I need the herbs anyway. I'm only like level 1 herb lore. Should be coming up on an attack level up soon. That's the one I wanted. Level 10, I can now use that iron stuff, and I'll go try the ghosts again and see if it works. Probably bring ranged gear as well. It said that they're weak against thrown weaponry, which is kind of cool that they added a thrown weaponry weakness. So I might stop and craft some iron throwing weapons. I wish there were defenses like that in RuneScape, or old school RuneScape, to be honest. Like, it would be really nice to care about certain things like thrown daggers, or... I guess it's really hard to make the elements make sense, elemental weaknesses. It's interesting, you can make offhand throwing daggers and like dual wield them. I'm gonna give that a try. Okay, the iron weapon is significantly better. I might be able to do this whole task with melee, but I brought my throwing weapons just to try them out. All right, trying range for the next one. Yeah, it messes them up pretty good. It seems like they made a lot of enemies that previously were melee only have some kind of ranged attack to limit the amount of safe spotting you can do. Yeah, I'm melting these guys with the thrown weapons, so I'll keep doing that, and then I'll do whatever the next easier task is with melee. All right, much easier time with this task. Give me a cow task, please, Jacqueline. Okay. It seems like that's going to be really easy to level up melee on, so I'll take that. It seems like Slayer reward points are significantly less impactful in this game than they are in old school. Like, you kind of want them for certain unlocks, but there's nothing like huge that I need to go for early on, I guess. An item I've never seen before, a Spirit Sapphire? No idea what that is. I'll look it up here in a second. Oh, it gives you a chance to save charms when you're leveling summoning. Well, that's a pretty important drop. Cool, that's exciting to get. Let's go cows, please. Give me a cow assignment. Frogs, okay. All right, let's see. Get task. Hey, cave bugs, perfect. Hey, finally got herb lore level 2 just from cleaning herbs. Cows, please, cows. Frogs again, okay. I've been seeing all these people training on dummies here, and I was like, oh god, I don't like that, and this is the happiest I've ever been with a message. You cannot use this dummy in Ironman mode. Thank God. This is a nightmare to me. This is horrible to me. I understand why some players would like this, but it's like the opposite of what I want out of RuneScape. To degenerate any part of the game into this. Thank you, Ironman mode. I'm very glad it exists. It's the only way I can play this. Alright, Jacqueline, you know what I want? Cows! Hey, there we go. Nice. I do enjoy that RS3 makes me excited for a cow slayer task. It's stuff like that that I think makes this worth doing. Hey, there's my super cow. Heck yeah. Love to see it. Thank you. I need that 5,000 coins really badly. Appreciate that. Alright, what are we getting? Rats. Alright, 20 strength. I'm going to start working on attack. I think I'm very definitely going to have Slayer 20 by the time I get attack and defense to 20. Come on, cows. Oh, cave bugs are also fine. What do we get? Hey, cows. Wonderful. My super cow over here. My main money-making method is getting this stupid player task. Alright, next task. Frogs. I think that's my least favorite one. I guess it's nice to get the herb lore secondaries since I don't have to like pick them up off the ground anymore. Alright, no frogs, please. Rats. Alright. Hey, just got 20 Slayer. I'm going to keep going, obviously. I may as well do Slayer while I'm training attack and defense to get them to 20, and then I'll move out combat and start working on some of these other skills here. I find it's much harder for me to prepare to start recording when I get level ups here, because I don't have, like, RuneLite XP to let me know that I'm only 1 kill away from the level, right? And this bar is really hard for me to just eyeball. Also, I feel like the game, when you're doing Slayer training particularly, it just tells you how much XP you got across all the skills combined, which I don't like. I wish it had the little icon next to it to say which skill got which point of XP. Finished my rat task, picking up another one here. Frogs. Okay. Just working through these, training it to attack 20, and then I'll move on to defense 20, and then we'll move on from combat for a little while. I might actually, once I finish getting to 20, work on making steel equipment for my combat styles, and then move on to other things. All right, what we got? Cow, 25 cows. Man, it's the dream. Always look forward to the super cow. Bunch of Slayer XP, bunch of money. I feel like it makes this Slayer task really good. These cow tasks like blow by too. Like you just click through all of them. They're all really close to each other. It's close to a bank, so you can get all the drops. It's insane. I don't know why they seem to have dropped their health really significantly, at least relative to the changes they've made. I don't think you can get the same task twice in a row. I'll take cave bugs. That's a good one. These are probably the two best tasks from Jacqueline. I think it's either cows or cave bugs, so if I could alternate between them, that would be ideal. I should look into what I should be spending Slayer reward points on. And I think probably when I'm done with this process, I'll be a high enough combat to go to Vinaka in the future. I'm probably going to try to avoid Slayer for a while after this, though. I was just hoping to get... Looks like I'm not going to get enough resources to get summoning to 20. That might be my exclusion when trying to get to base 20. There's attack 20. And it's defense time. Now that I'm 20, though, I should probably go ahead and make a steel weapon. So I'm going to pop out and do that. Well, I've only got one more to kill here, but I'll get one before I continue doing Slayer. I don't know which mine is best to go to. I guess I'll go to the coal truck mine. I guess once I have enough steel, well, once I make a little bit of steel, I can make a improved ore box, which I assume lets me carry coal. I'm not sure about that. Do I have high enough agility to cross this log balance? I guess so. These giant bats aggro, yeah, I gotta be careful. I might be able to stand somewhere in mine somewhat safely, we'll see. Yes, my pickaxe is too low, I gotcha. Oh, that's interesting, your coal is transported to the coal trucks. Just happens automatically. I thought you had to like do something to make that happen. I never did it on OSRS, because why would you come here for coal mining, right? There's a whole bunch of significantly better options for it. I still shouldn't do too much here, though, I don't think, until I have the steel pickaxe. I'm just going to get enough to make sure I can make steel and then make a pickaxe. Whoa, the new coal sprite is weird. I like it. I think it fits. Alright, I'm smelting my first steel bars. I'm going to make a steel pickaxe. Head back out and maybe get a few inventories of coal. Alright, heating up the pickaxe. I really like the smithing rework on the whole. It seems like they've tried to make it so that the level of smithing you need matches the level of mining you need, matches the attack level or range level that you need to equip the resulting gear. That feels right. It's insane that you have to be 99 to make a rune plate body in old school. Alright, got my steel pickaxe, gonna drop it in my tool belt. I think means I can sell the iron pickaxe. I'll probably just deposit it for now. And I'm gonna go get, I don't know, 3 or 4 inventories of coal to try to make sure I can make one steel item for everything I need it for. Yeah, the coal trucks are kind of awesome in RS3. I can just sit here and it's not quite AFK, but it's quite inattentive. I only have to switch nodes every so often, and it's just all getting sent to the coal trucks, which I should be able to bank into my metal bank pretty trivially. This would be a nice place to come back to later once I have a much higher mining level and this is faster. Alright, so my understanding is that this Guthix cache thing happens on the hour, and it's currently 3 minutes till the hour, so I'm going to try to be able to pop in immediately and try to get as many points as I can. I kind of dislike that there's a limited number of points per day. Alright, yeah, it starts close to the start of the hour. It's like 30 seconds after. It's still pretty good, though. Getting here early definitely made a major difference. Like, I got like 100 points, so half of what I can get for the day. It's probably going to be pretty easy to do this once I can also attack the confused automatons. Oh, 100 points is the max per game. Okay, so once I get 100, I can just stop, I guess. I have to do it at least twice per day, then. That's more like it. 44. Oh, Diviner's Headwear add-on. I should look up what that is. So let you claim a Chronicle and teleport 3 times a day to a Chronicle hand-in location. These abilities reset daily, and you receive 3 Chronicles if you own 4 more pieces of the outfit. While wearing the headwear, you have a 5% chance to save half the divination energy cost during weaving or transmuting. Sure. Sounds cool. So I just do receive items. I don't like the daily part, but whatever. I'm sure there's something that tracks all the goddamn dailies that I have to stay on top of. Where does this teleport me to? The divination camp. Okay. I guess I can just use that to quickly get to one of these things, maybe. Oh, that's pretty neat. You know, since I only got to 44 from that, I might want to try to squeeze out 45 really quick so that'll make the next cache a little bit easier. So I'm going to do that before get back to smithing here. This is such a strange skill. Like, I abstractly understand the skill that it's like connected to Gothics and some of the changes to the lore surrounding Gothics and RS3. I haven't done that quest, but I've absorbed a little bit about it through cultural osmosis. The only thing this reminds me of is there's a lot of MMOs that kind of get like up their own ass when it comes to their own lore, and they start like making mechanics that are entirely based in their own lore. City of Heroes had this. They had this like entire kind of hero that was this weird like alien that was only around in that game's universe, right? I've seen it happen with like prestige classes in certain games. It's not a skill. Like, you're just getting these like weird abstract circles in your inventory and then orgasming them into this like rift. It's extremely strange. I feel like this shouldn't, of all the things I've seen, this shouldn't be a skill. I think dungeoneering is fine. I can understand why people said it should be a minigame rather than a skill, but this is like a computer's idea of a skill in a game like this. Every other skill is like, okay, you know, agility, that's a thing. Strength is a thing. Magic is a thing. I don't know what this is, though. I guess these chronicles you can catch give you hunter XP that's based on your hunter levels, so it's probably better the higher your current hunter level is. I might want to go train hunter up for that reason, I guess. There we go. 45 divination. I'll just do caches from now on, unless if I get close to a level like that. All right, I want to level up hunter a bit in case divination comes up in the future, so I'm going to head over to, I guess I should get the lodestone and Al-Kharid. I'm going to head over there, check out a hunter training method involving scarabs. That sounds like it's like wildly more efficient than the bird snares. I would just do the bird snares myself, but it sounds like it's skipping a new training method that I don't know about. And it's also insanely inefficient, as you saw in the stream. It took me forever just to get a single level there. I know they made Al-Kharid look more like a real town. I like that. I generally like what they've done with like filling out all the towns. It's a lot of subtle work. So I guess they replaced the duel arena with something called Het's Oasis. And I guess there's a bunch of skilling activities there, so I just need to find... Oh hey, it's just straight up Ictlarin. Just standing around. It's kind of amusing. I believe the thing I'm looking for is over here, and it's called a whirligig. I have no idea how these work. I need to like look it up. You must be handling a crocodile to catch scarabs. Okay. How do I handle a crocodile? These guys handle Frito. Be directed to catch scarabs in the water. Once caught, they'll drop off the scarab shell around the shore. Oh, so is this kind of like aerial fishing? Flower baskets can be attract different scarabs to the water. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is very similar to aerial fishing in that it's incredibly attentive. So I'm going to try to just squeeze out 20 hunter here, and then I won't do it again, probably for a long time. I need to look into what the deal is with these shells. Like, are these good? It looks like they stack, so that's cool. Okay, the shells can be used for some weird thing. It looks like every time I catch a scarab, it increases a reward currency that I can spend at a shop. Figure out what all is in that shop. Increased catch rate. Double loot chance, flower saving chance. It says something about stacking the scarab. I don't know exactly what that's about. It mentioned something where I can like catch them faster by like quickly switching. So like you click one and then you like click a bunch of other ones before he comes back to the shore to stack a bunch for extra XP. I guess. Kind of a neat training method though. Hunter in old school RuneScape feels extremely incomplete as a skill. Like they didn't know what they were doing with it. And it only really exists as a thing you need to do for diaries and quests and the like. I don't really know what they mean by scarab stacking. Like, it means click a bunch of other scarabs while he's catching one and you get, like, bonus XP for it, but I don't understand, like, what is implied to be happening, other than that this is a miserable aerial fishing style training method, and stacking makes it slightly faster. Wonder if I can do a boring thing and make the water look really bad, just so this is easier for me to do. Oh, I sure can. I just want to be able to see the scarabs and click them quickly. The high quality water effects do not help me in that respect. Okay, that makes it a lot easier to quickly stack a whole bunch of them. I still don't really know the rules on when I'm allowed to stack versus when I'm not, so I'm just going to click them constantly, I guess. I think each stack counts as a scarab caught, but I honestly can't say for sure. I just looked it up and like, yeah, it seems like people suggest you should actually go ahead and reduce the graphics here Because there's a sun glare on the water that makes it hard to see. It's funny. I see there's a little buff showing you how many of them you've stacked. Okay. Do up to 3 before it reaches the one that you're going for? Okay. I kind of wish I just put this into my inventory because it's kind of hard to see without ground items when the stuff spawns on the floor here. I got level 10 hunter. I should go see how many whirligigs I have caught. Find out where this Crocodile Dundee guy is. It looks like Dundee's on the opposite side, but I can still catch them here, apparently. Whoa, you can make a knife joke? You're the tallest gnome I've ever met. That's pretty funny. I buy some upgrades from you. Okay, so I've caught 82 scarabs. I need 250 scarabs caught. I don't know if I'm going to get that many getting to 20, but we'll see, I guess. You have unlocked the cosmetic override gators. I have no idea what that means, but okay. This is pretty effective XP per hour, but it's also one of the most annoying things I've ever done in RuneScape. Like, for whatever reason, the water tiles still count as tiles, so if you misclick, you start pathing around the lake, so you can't even like get a fixed view of the lake and just try to precisely click them. Be really careful not to accidentally slightly misclick here. It doesn't seem necessary to keep clicking once you have 3, but I feel like it's less brain power to just constantly click them like this than it is to try to like stop whenever you have 3 and the crocodile is en route to a new scarab. If this were old school, I would absolutely use the disable walk here plugin and just make it so all of the tiles in the lake are impossible to click walk here with. Got 15. It's at least pretty fast XP. I'd be excited to be done though. So make it so I think whenever I get a Chronicle, a Divination will give me 200 Hunter XP, which is pretty good. You have unlocked the title Marstead of the Ruination. Okay, that must have something to do with number of scarabs caught. I'll double check the vendor here in a second. I wish this kept a tally on the screen somewhere so I could like know when it's time for me to go get the upgrade. Or that it would just like give me the upgrade automatically without me having to stop and ask for it. Need 7 more, okay. I guess we'll see if it gives me a message. If it does, that would be great. I think I just got a pop-up, but it's really easy to click through it. At least I saw some kind of pop-up though, so I'll see if I can turn it in. And it's about time for me to go do a Guthix catch again, so I'm gonna head out here in a second. Yeah, here we go. 250 scarabs caught, increased catch rate, confirm. Excellent. I don't know why you have to pay for that, but especially, okay, whatever, it's fine. Let's move on with our lives. After changing the water settings, I was like, I don't know what this game looks like on minimum settings. It actually looks more like RuneScape. I guess I don't like the fog. I'm probably not going to play with this. First draw distance. Ultra. Okay. I might futz with these settings a bit. I like the anti-aliasing, so I'll try to keep that. All right, I made some adjustments. I might turn on the nicer graphics again. Oh, this looks so much cleaner now. Well, we'll see. It also runs much more smoothly. Like, it's interesting. I have a really nice machine. I guess there's just enough effects to make it look like it's chugging, even if it isn't really supposed to be. Though I have way more competition on this map, it seems much more likely that I can get the 100 points I need to not have to do this again for today. So being able to get 2 points from memories and 2 points from the confused automatons makes a pretty big difference. How easy this is. All right, I got my 100 points, so I think that means I just chill. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try this for a little bit. I think this makes the game look better to me. I'm sure some people will disagree. I know there's a lot of people who like the HD client for OSRS. I don't know. I think the thing that I like about the graphical style of this game is just how clean and like flat it looks. So like something like this looks pretty great to me, to be honest. It's very legible. It's very easy to tell who the players are, where the like interactable nodes are. I guess if there's one complaint, it's that the grass is a little bit too green. It's a little bit too bright. If it was just slightly darker, it would make it better. Actually, I wonder if the problem was because of the lighting setting before. Let me try turning it. Oh, that was the problem. Yeah, we'll see if I stick with this. I think this looks good. Like, I'm actually pleased with this. So I think the paths in Lumbridge do look worse. And that relates to the comment I made earlier that like the map looks like it's this weird like desaturated satellite image. Maybe it's just that there's actually greenery around Falador and it looks all like muddy here. I'm going to try futzing with the settings to see if there's a couple things I can selectively turn on to make this look better. All right, so I turned textures on and it's more complex looking. but I guess it makes the underlying like earth look less bad. So I might be able to live just with textures and turn all the lighting and shadows and stuff off. And that kind of gets more of the clean look that I was hoping for. And the game still like performs better now. I don't know if you can see the difference in the recording, but it's not like the game was like my computer couldn't handle it or something. It's just like the game itself felt like it was hanging a little bit because of, I don't know, calculating lighting or shadows or something. And you turn those off and it has this really like smooth, silky 60 FPS feel to it that I don't think I'd turn off. So yeah, I guess I'll keep going with this for now. We'll have textures on and everything else off pretty much. All right, I'm gonna finish getting level 20 hunter over here and then we'll go work on, I was working on steel when I got candy looped over here. Even this minigame is easier because with everything else turned off, these like whirligigs are moving smoothly. Maybe turn back the VOD a little bit and you might be able to see how they were like stuttering around everywhere they were walking. It was very strange. Like I've misclicked so many fewer times now. It's happened like once because it's much easier to tell the exact speed where all of these things are moving now. I need to figure out what these like pieces of het are. I don't know what that is. What's that all about? I just got a pet called Chomper. Activate this via the pets tab in customizations. Okay, I don't know if that's like specific to this activity or if that's like the general hunter pet. I'll look into it. Oh, it just says it's obtained randomly while skilling, so I don't think it's particularly special. All right. That's still kind of cool though. All right, that was definitely one of the faster level 20s I've done so far. Ended up getting a total of 357 scarabs, and you get another thing at 500. All right, so I might keep doing this, I guess. Automatic looting would make this so much better. That's so many scarabs caught, though. I'll probably come back to this later. I feel like having a high hunter level is nice, because I'm seeing imps all the time, so just being able to barehand the imps would be really convenient. That might be something I do pretty soon, after getting to base 20 and starting to work on quests a bit. I'm enjoying this game so much more now. Now that it feels so much cleaner and like the movement is cleaner. That's such a strange thing. Like this is a beast gaming PC and it has nothing running on it other than RuneScape. I've definitely encountered games where like just running lighting or shadows, regardless of the strength of your computer, limits like how many things can happen per frame. And here it's so smooth now. It looks so much better to me. All right, I'm gonna start working on steel just to make steel everything. All right, so I'm making a steel ore box. I'm also gonna make mattock. I'm gonna make, I guess I'll eventually make knives, but I want to make a scimitar, an offhand dagger, and then a full armor set. And I think that's it. Maybe I'll start working on steel arrows as well, depending on how much steel I have left over. All right, all done smithing. I made a steel ore box, the pickaxe, the mattock, scimitar, dagger, and then a full armor set, which I don't think I can use until defense 20. I'm going to get back to training attack. Birds is the new Slayer task, and we're working on defense to 20. Even like these little chicken sprites look so much better to me without shadows on. Like, it's so clean looking. I love it. I actually kind of admire the sprite work here. I love the chickens have this like thing where they like look around with their head. It looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. Kind of looks like it has like a deliberate art style instead of it's just trying to turn on as many features as possible, right? I don't know why I have these loot beams, by the way. That's not intentional. I'm going to try to fix that. So I guess this loot beam thing is okay. I think I was messing around with the settings earlier to try to get them to work, and it said it had to be over 1,000, so I don't know why it's still displaying. But I don't think it's super distracting, and it makes it clear when there is something for me to pick up. Because sometimes I can't tell. I'm very used to ground items in old school. You're going to hear me rant about this a lot. The shadows and the lighting system made it really hard for me to appreciate little things because it just like makes everything look so cluttered and messy. But like I never noticed that this little tool leprechaun is sitting on the back end of a wheelbarrow, having just a jolly old time. It's amazing. All right, next Slayer task. Rats. Next assignment. Birds again, okay. All right, here's cave bugs. These cave bugs are going insanely fast now with the steel scimitar. Birds again. Next task. Rats. I think rats are worse than toads because at least toads drop an herblore secondary. About to get my defense level here. I think when this rat dies, there it is. Defense 20. Now I have base 20 combat. Well, I need to do prayer. I'll do that next. After I finish this Slayer task, I'm going to be done with combat for a little bit. This is my last rat here. Turns out base combat to 20, mostly through Slayer, gets you to 22 Slayer, which is pretty solid. I think the next project is Prayer. I feel a little bad with Prayer. I'm sure this isn't true, but because prayer flicking isn't a thing and because protection prayers have been neutered, it feels like a dead skill to me. I'm sure that later in the game, like, you get all kinds of crazy stuff, or prayer region or something that makes prayer make more sense. But to me, prayer is all about like the skill cap of prayer flicking and using it indefinitely when you're out and about. And if I can't do that, I don't care about it for now. So I normally would be extremely motivated to squeeze out Protect from Magic, Missiles, and Melee, but we'll see how long I can withstand the Chaos Altar here. So I want to make sure I don't just do the boring OSRS thing. So I check to see, you know, is there a recommended new method for training prayer that's not just going to the Chaos Altar, picking up the bones and offering them. And apparently you can do an event that's actually in the Lumbered Swamp that I keep walking past. So I guess I'm just going to try that to see what it's like. I feel like I need to use the wiki to find some things like this because the game is too complex for me to like discover prayer training methods on my own, especially since this method might become irrelevant once I get to a higher level. Steel armor looks pretty sweet. I do actually like the look of gear for the most part in this game. Still kind of looks relatively simple. Yeah, I've been around this lady for a very long time and no idea what it was. I thought maybe it was for like I guess, is that supposed to be the prayer icon? Maybe. Charm sack to collect corruption. Yes. Is there a world I should do this on? Probably. Let me try hopping. Called the Nexus. Doesn't look like there is one. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it here then. Collect from the Nexus. It's just AFK prayer training? I don't actually know what this is, so I'll try to understand it here. Sack is full. Purify the corruption using the bowls on the pillars. Okay. Am I doing the right one? Fealty, Chaos, Battle, Order? I guess I need to like get as many of them going as possible. Oh, I think this is intended to be multiple players, but I didn't see a world where anyone's doing it. Let me try hopping again and see if there's one that's done often enough. Yeah, it looks like you need at least 2 players to make this feasible, and I can't like find a world where people might do it, so try it one more time, I guess, and I'll probably go out to the wilderness. Okay, I'm over here. I'm gonna start offering bones. Oh, got 900 XP immediately there. The magic stick bones things I got from the tutorial works for me. I'm glad I didn't just bury them. All right, getting to combat 30 with prayer is not going to happen. This is like painfully slow, so I might stick at it a little bit longer, maybe get to 25. I don't know if there's any prayers that I even care about. I'll just get to 25 and stop. Here we go. Prayer 25. I will come back and do this. Maybe I'll kill like green dragons or something once I do Dragon Slayer 1 and just run dragon bones here. I think they're relatively close to here. I don't know, maybe they've changed it. I think there should be some up here by the Graveyard of Shadows. I need to pick a new skill to work on. This may as well be thieving. I should probably buckle down and do some farming because that's all time gated. So I need to look that up. Like, is there some kind of active way for me to train farming this early? Or should I just run to every patch in the game? All right, there's apparently a mound of manure that I can dig at over at Arduin. So I'm gonna do that while I research other farming notes. There's a cool method it's listing. There's like an item you can get that destroys the seeds you select and gives you some of the farming XP for them, kind of like a bone crusher, but for seed drops, which I think sounds like a fun mechanic because in practice, in old school, you know, once you are done with the early farming materials, those seeds just accrue and you have no reason to plant them. You'll have like thousands of them and you'll have, you know, I probably have like 3,000 potato seeds on my chunk locked account already that I'll never be able to use. So just being able to turn them into a small amount of farming XP seems like a cool concept. I guess there's supposed to be a manure mound here somewhere, northeast corner. Oh, I found it here, manure mound. Okay, so I guess I can just like sit here and AFK this for a while. I don't know if it eventually makes me move. There might be something else I want to do for farming XP, but I'm just gonna let this sit for a second while I research. Missed it while I was taking out the trash, apparently. I hit level 10 farming. This is really slow. And it's like really random as to when it stops you from doing it. I think I did it for like 5 consecutive minutes without it stopping, and now it's stopping every like 15 seconds. Just gonna take this to 15. All right, here comes 15 farming. This wasn't too bad. It took a little under 30 minutes, which is a lot, but at least I didn't have to actually manually farm. I am going to... I feel like I should like level woodcutting or something, but I think woodcutting's already, it's already almost 20. So if I get a bird's nest, then I can get an acorn potentially, and that should be enough to propel me pretty far forward. I might just try to do some conventional farming. I know where all the plots are in the lake, so... Oh, that's interesting. The compost bin is like a global bin across all compost? Okay, I didn't realize it worked this way. That's kind of interesting. All right, this guy sells tomato seeds. I should see if I can get... I want marigolds, because then I can permanently protect tomatoes. All right, they're sold in Draenor. Perfect. So I'll buy, I guess... right, there's like this weird thing with shop stocks where they only refresh once per day or something. It's like another daily, basically. Oh wait, no, it restock. Okay, maybe it's just like normal. I can just like shopscape for them. I'm gonna try that. Looks like you cannot hopscape here. Shops are character-bound stocks, I suppose. Try one more time. Yeah, hopping doesn't matter. That's fine though. I should be able to just come back here and keep buying out this stock whenever. This should help me get to 20. Some of these seeds are so much more expensive than they are. Marigold seeds even are like a nightmare. Damn. All right. I'm gonna buy out the stock of those. I'm gonna buy all the barley seeds because I do have a couple hops patches that I could try to use here. I need to go buy a bunch of buckets. Hopefully the shop right next to the Falador farm is still there. All right, this is the lady who should sell bucket packs, or at least buckets in general. You can buy compost directly. Empty bucket pack, perfect. Oh, it's only 50 buckets. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I guess you don't get XP for compost anymore. I was saying that's probably a pretty good way to get XP. Take a ton of compost out of here, but no dice. I really like that they tried to make each of the different gnomes look different. That's cool. I'm gonna plant some hops over here. I should be able to protect them. I actually know the protection costs for these shitty low-level seeds better than I imagine most characters do, because I've had to do it so much on my chunk locked account. Oh, there are way fewer farming patches in this game than I was expecting. I think there might even be more in old school. It's interesting. I guess there's like a whole bunch of other different farming patches, so there's not like a million allotments specifically. I'm actually curious if I can just go to Mauritania without doing Priest in Peril. I might go check. Knowing this game, yes, probably. I was farming 16. The Rag and Bone Man area up here is pretty funny looking. It's quite different. Can you still even mine for limestone? Okay, you can. Interesting. In order to enter Mauritania, players must complete Priest in Peril or kill a ghoul in the mausoleum. That's a ghoul now instead of a dog. Cerberus must be further out, so I probably want to actually have combat gear to do this and not like try to punch it to death, so let me do that really fast. I'm near the museum, so I'm going to turn in my statue collection bag real quick. I'll see what all XP that gets me here. Add to statue. Agility, rune crafting, smithing, fishing, wood cutting. It looks like that does scale with my current level, so I should do it late? Question mark. That's cool. A whole bunch of level ups there. Looks like you can only do this once per skill, which I guess makes sense. So later, I mean, I guess once I get all my skills to 20, I can try to go out of my way to get the ones that I haven't finished yet. That makes sense. Some cool new stuff out at Paterdomus, Silvaria, the dead monks. This is a way to like convey how scary it is over here. Alright, so this is the ghoul I have to kill. It is higher level than me, but I should be fine. Yeah. That's not gonna be a problem. It's really odd, like, I feel like Priest in Peril is so flavorful as to why you can't get into Mauritania. Like, how did that thing get past the holy barrier? Proceed regardless. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to pick up the I'm sure there's a lodestone for Canopus. I'd be shocked if there isn't. I'm shocked there isn't. No, there it is. Northeast. Okay. Is there one for Port Phasmatis? There's not. I guess that's fair. Mostly I just want to come here to use the farming patch off to the east. Mauritania looks pretty good, I think. Again, better to my eyes with the settings turned down a bit. I feel like the realistic water is like super distracting, especially with the glare and the lighting. I'm okay if some people disagree with me like that. If some of you are like, oh no, turn it all on ultra, all the settings all the time, I totally get it. I just feel like if you're going to make a game look photorealistic, it should be built from the ground up to be photorealistic. Like, this game originally existed as a tile-based, like, mud, and all of the graphics have been built on top of it. And I think just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Like, to me, the important thing with RuneScape is that you're able to distinguish things from the background. And having lots of pretty shadows and, you know, ambient occlusion and light diffusion and stuff, just, it makes it harder to tell the things that are interactable from the background to me. Got the waypoint here, lodestone, whatever you want to call it. Wonder if they got rid of the little vampire that... Nope, feral vampire, it's right there. Oh, the tool leprechaun here looks awesome. He's like a punk leprechaun. I actually really like the look of the feral vampire model too. Achieves what they're going for a lot better with like the bat ears. Big fan. Oh, that's nice. My first attempt at marigolds grew successfully, which means I can plant tomatoes here, and they're automatically protected. So I'm trying to do that at all the allotments, and that should be enough to get me to 20 in a decent amount of time, I think, until I can get some tree seeds. This is my first time seeing a crop circle. I kind of go check out Puro. I have a high enough hunter level I can get a couple of the implings in there. This looks exactly like old school Puro, almost completely the same. Quick start, spare equipment, butterfly net. Oh, but yeah, I don't have an impling plugin, so I can't see which ones are which kinds of implings. Oh boy. I just caught a bunch of baby implings. I'm gonna turn them into more jars, and I'll keep these in the bank, I guess. That's enough of a distraction for now. I was able to catch and cure diseased marigolds here. I might try to get super compost, assuming that there's still a pineapple plant that you can farm indefinitely in Karamja. I should be able to make a bunch, get myself some extra farming XP from that. I haven't been to Karamja at all yet on this account. I'm going to finish planting. I've got some more barley seeds for the Yanil patch, so it'll be nice to go to Yanil to get the lodestone there anyway. I'm going to head down to Yanil for the hops patch, but I'm going to swing over by Karamja really quick to see if I can do this pineapple cheese. Stop at a bank first and deposit all my stuff. 30 coins of Karamja, yes please. Oh, we got a cutscene? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that looks great. Oh man, we get a new custom tool leprechaun. She looks awesome. I love it. All right, I know about the pineapple plant. There's a lot of stuff I know about this game now in specific chunks anyway, because of my chunk-locked Snowflake Iron account. Stuff that's relevant to me, but probably wouldn't be relevant to the vast majority of players. And I can just spam click it for 5 free pineapples, and then 15 of those are a, well, I guess it looks like compost works differently in this. You can get 1 compost per item you put in. You don't have to put in 15 at a time. But it's still pretty cool to get all that for free. Oh, that's even better. It's right next to a lodestone. So I could, like, make basically infinite super compost without having to work for it or pay for it at all. All right, that's probably, like, there's probably a much better way to get compost in this game, but this is exciting for me, as someone who hasn't played RS3 before. So I think the closest place for me to compost that is probably Arduin, I would guess. Manor Farm over here. Yeah, I might make this trip a couple times and just get, like, a huge store of super compost. Might honestly be the way to go. I looked up Ultra Compost, and it looks like it's not as accessible as it is in Old School, so I might be on super compost for a while, depending on how I'm doing farming. Right, that's like 48 super compost already, so that should cover me basically forever, to be honest. And I guess if I ever need more, I just teleport to Karamja and grab some really quick and throw it in there. I think it's going to be useful for me to play this game, even if I just like try to get the quest cape and then don't play it again after that. Just because it seems like a lot of the content in RS3 is directly inspired by content in this game. I'm seeing that already in a lot of places, like the Het's Oasis earlier. I think Het shows up in the Tombs of Amasket, for example, and it seems like there's some other like gameplay loops that were adapted from this into OSRS. So it'll be cool just to be able to understand like how OSRS is forking or diverging from RS3, and that actually requires me to play RS3 to know those things. Made it down to the Yanil Hops patch. I might look around and just see if I have any other, there's any other lodestones that I can trivially get to. Oh, this guy's great. Playing pipes? Ah, cute. Got the Yanil lodestone over here. What ones am I missing? Ooglog. Ashdale. I'm guessing I can't do Tyrannin. Wilderness Crater. I probably should have gotten that before. Fort Furin 3. Anachronia. Bandit Camp. Okay, so a couple of these I can do. Oh, it tells you if it requires a quest. Regicide. Lunar Diplomacy. The Ooglog Lodestone. Just to do lodestones. Why not? I actually need to go AFK for a little bit, so I'm just going to head back to the manure pile so I can do something instead of just like logging out of the game. I ended up needing to AFK long enough that I'm just going to get my farming level from this instead of all the stuff I bothered to plant. But I guess I'll be set for later if I need to level farming to like base 30 or something. Here we go. Farming 20. Hooray. I still need something AFK, so I think I want to work on herb lore. So I've got a whole bunch of clean herbs in my bank. I'm going to go, I think that there's a shop where I can buy everything I need to make attack potions in Taverley. There definitely is on Old School. I think they pointed me to one during the tutorial earlier. All right, I'm over at this Yatix guy. He does give some stuff for free, so I may as well take that. Vial of water pack, yeah, that's fine. And I guess, does he have Eye of Newt packs? He does, and they're not too expensive. Let's do each of those here, and then I'll go make what I can make out of it. All right, making attack potions. I don't know what level this is going to get me to, but I don't think it's going to be 20. I might have to go farm cave bugs. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. Another herb lore strange rock, though, so that's cool. I'll try to save it to turn it in until I'm higher level, though. All right, first full inventory of attack potions. I'll probably get a few levels here. Yeah, we're getting the levels. Level 5. Oh, it says you get a like very small amount of XP for making unfinished potions. I always hated that about Old School because it's like it feels so miserable doing this necessary step to actually get the XP. Right, this is the last of my herbs. Let's see what level it gets me to here. Probably just one more level up, I think. 9. Okay, and I have to look at the table here. I can clean Marintil. That's perfect. That's what I was hoping to be able to get. I don't think I can actually do anything with Marintil yet. Oh, I guess I can do strength potions. Relisim's mix. Oh, that's weird. They rebalance them? Terramins first? What game is this? Magic potion? Terramins and beads? Oh my god, this is not the same at all. I guess that's the same. I was kind of hoping to like show you everything I've earned in my bank in the infinite tab and then sort it, but I again don't know how I'm going to be structuring episodes yet, so I really need to start cleaning up my bank. I'm going to work on it now. I've already got all the same tabs. I'm just going to move them into those tabs now. Well, I got Herb Lore 10 from cleaning my Terramins. That's nice. I think I have the bank all cleaned up now. Looks a bit nicer. Not sure how I'm going to get Herb Lore levels, honestly. I could probably quest for them, but I really want to try to do the quests in release order thing. So we'll see, I guess. I could go farm cave bugs, but I feel like if I'm going to do that, it should be on a Slayer task if possible. Apparently you can train Herb Lore for free in Dungeoneering. That seems interesting. I don't know if I want to do that, though. Looks like Jatix also sells a bunch of secondary... Oh, he just sells these beads? No kidding. Well, I'll go do Imp Catcher. Well, no, I'm gonna do the quest in order. It's a pretty early quest, though, and I'll be able to just turn it in, unless if they changed it somehow. I guess it's so strange that those are Herb Lore secondaries now. I guess they wanted to give them something to do. Used to make a magic potion. With Terramins, okay. Alright, making magic potions. I assume these are different from the boosting magic potions in Old School. Oh, increase magic by 2. Squeezes out Herb Lore 11, that's not too bad. Turning my Marintils into anti-poisons. And I think I'm going to be out of the ability to get more Herb Lore XP, short of finding more herbs. Okay, maybe I did all that trouble to start doing farming, so I can maybe see... Oh, do I need 13 to make anti-poisons? Wow, okay. I can see if I can maybe farm some herbs. Looks like there's a mini game that I can do in order to get herb seeds, so I might consider that. Something kind of stupid I can do here. Yatix restocks the free Guam every so often. It's nowhere near going to be enough for me to get to 20, but I need to work on fire making anyway, so I think I'm just going to chop the normal trees around here, burn them, and then buy the Guam when it gets restocked. We'll see if that ends up being completely horrible. I really like that you can AFK load logs onto a fire. That's pretty great. Get a whole inventory of logs at some point and just do that. It's faster if I like manually click it here. You burn your hand trying to tend the fire. That's funny. Video games. Got 20 wood cutting, which is one of the things I've been working on. I'll take it. Hey, total level 500. Not too bad. Oh, that's interesting. While I'm chopping these, the bonfire's warmth increases your maximum health by 0.5%. This will last 6 minutes. No kidding. It's kind of a neat concept. Like, it's really hard to make fire making make any sense. It's such a stupid skill. Level 10 fire making. I'm trying to get to 15 here. Then I can do oaks, and that'll be a little bit more AFK. There's 15 fire making. I'm going to switch to oaks here. And he does not stock that free Guam frequently enough for this to be worth it, so it's okay. I'm just gonna work on other skills in the meantime, and maybe we'll come back to herb lore at the end. I'm probably gonna have to do herb lore and summoning last if I'm working on getting base 20s. Okay, I guess I'll light oak logs for the first time. I think you get more XP for doing this than lighting additional fires, maybe to discourage you from making a big line of ugly looking fires. That's really interesting. You actually get more XP for each consecutive log you throw in the fire. That seems to be the case. That's kind of wild. All right, I should get fire making 20 here, and I'm done with that. I pretty much just have thieving, crafting are the two skills that I can do easily. Construction's going to be rough with the low amount of GP that I have. Dungeoneering probably isn't rough, but it's a little intimidating. It seems like there's a lot of know-how that has to go into figuring out the best way to do dungeoneering, so I'll probably save that for last. Then I also have to do summoning. I guess while I'm up here in Burthorpe, I'll go ahead and do as much crafting as I can. I'm just going to tan all of the cow hides I've already collected. I probably should have been doing that as I was killing the cows. I didn't even think that she's in the same pen with you there, so you could just tan them instead of having to run them over there, but, you know, whatever. So I can just craft these as I run back, right? It's crafting 10. I want to do Vam braces, so to keep an eye out for when it says I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to effortlessly hit 20 crafting here. This is no problem at all. Okay, I should get 20 crafting here. This was a breeze, but it's because I already had all of the cow hides from doing Slayer before. Here we go, 20 crafting. Easy peasy. I guess it's thieving time. I think I can steal from a guy here in Taverley near the lodestone. I'm going to go check. I guess it's these pompous merchants here. And then I can do bakery stalls and lumbridge, I believe. Probably a good idea for me to do a bunch of thieving. I guess agility also affects how much you get from thieving. A good way to get some money, I suppose. I do appreciate that that auto goes until he catches you. Somewhat helpful. It's funny when they actually have voice acting, like this guy saying, "You oaf." About to hit, there it is, level 5 thieving. Now I think I can do the bakery stall and lumbridge, so I'm gonna go do that. Apparently it's pretty close to a bank chest, and I can stand somewhere almost totally safely. Yeah, this is pretty fast. Decent food. Unfortunately, I can't spam click it. I don't know if this is like a setting or something, but it's annoying that you always click through the ground onto the floor. Otherwise, I would just try to spam click. It looks like if I zoom in really close, I can spam click without it forcing me to move. Cool. I'm just gonna use my foot pedal. Got level 10 thieving. I'm just gonna sit here and go the rest of the way to 20 on this stall. It's easy enough to bank everything. All right, this last pull should be 20 thieving. There it is. Excellent. This skill list is starting to look really nice. I like seeing almost everything be double digits. So I got construction, summoning, which is very worrisome. I guess summoning, I'm going to have to use the charms I've already obtained from Slayer. So let me go grab all of my charms and see how far it gets me. I can't believe I haven't even gotten to level 2 based on the charms I was picking up before. Unfortunately, I cooked some of my raw chickens. I need to start paying attention to what the tertiary ingredients are that I need to save. I guess we eventually get to a level with summoning that I can use iron ore or buckets of sand, so I won't have to do any PVM to train it, so that's pretty valuable knowledge. Alright, I'm going to make these wolf pouches, but I only have 9 gold charms, jeez. I don't know if there's somewhere else I can go to get more of them. Just frankly shocking how, like, crazy expensive this is. I can't even buy bones. It seems like completing the first summoning quest is really the best way to get started on summoning. Just because I don't have the charms or anything else, like it's going to be way behind every other skill for a really long time. This is probably be the hardest skill for me to train. I think I'm just going to leave it at 1. Will be base 20, except summoning. I don't want to just jump straight to, I think the quest is called Wolf Whistle. we'll naturally get to it. I think it's like, yeah, immediately the very next quest after the quests that are available on Old School. So we'll get to it. And that'll be the point that I can start training summoning in earnest, I think. But in the meantime, I'm just going to bank all this stuff because I don't think I can do anything with it. That means Dungeoneering and Construction are all that are left. And I guess Herblore, although Herblore is probably also going to have to wait until I just get more herb drops. This is the furthest I can take it for now. I'll end up getting, so I did qualify for the dig site, which is going to show up in the quest list, and that should propel me forward a bunch of Herblore levels. Yeah, so next I'm going to work on Construction. All right, so I think the strategy here is to just chop down the trees near the POH, turn them into planks, go and build stuff, and do that over and over. So I'm just going to do that. So I looked up the cost. I think this is going to cost me like 70K to be able to get to 20 construction. So I might need to also look up a money-making method. I honestly have no idea how to go about making money the way the game is currently laid out. Like, I can do super cows, but I have to have a Slayer task to get those guys. That's really my only source of cash at the moment. Okay, money-making guide suggests pickpocketing the gullible tourist who's in the desert somewhere. I have to figure this out because it also says something about earning reputation with the faction you're currently aligned with. I have no idea what that is, so I'll try to figure that part out too. I'm working on this now. I got a ton of nails that I made with smithing, so that helps a little bit. Yeah, I gotta do a quest to get reputation. That's okay, I'll go try pickpocketing her if I can just get, well, I should find out, like, how do I go about, I hit 10 construction. I'm gonna make sure I have the money to do this before I keep moving here. I suppose this will be an opportunity to get a couple more waypoint lodestone unlocked. A couple on the way down here. Jante Pass still a thing? Jante Guard. Jante. They sell passes? No, there are still water skins, so I'll buy a couple of those, I guess. Or one of those. They're kind of expensive. Do a desert outfit. It's fine. I need it for quests later anyway. Oh, equip a full set of desert clothing. Proceed. I believe there's a lodestone at the bandit camp and then another one at Menaphos, which is where I'm headed. Here's the bandit camp lodestone. Oh, can only be activated by gaining access to ancient magics. Interesting. Okay. I get the one in Menaphos? Worried this might be quest locked. Requires completing Jack of Spades. Okay, well, if I have to run here every time, it's probably not great. I'm actually not even sure if I'm allowed in the city without that quest. The wiki doesn't specify. This looks really cool, though. Like, especially for RuneScape. Sure, it's because this area was added later in the game. This is probably an area, if this was added, like, after they started really upgrading the graphics engine and adding, like, lighting and shadows, this probably looks fine. But yeah, it looks like Menaphos was added in 2017, so that's why it looks, like, significantly better and more impressive and more fitting with the game's graphical style. Okay, I guess I can start Jack of Trades to get inside. My objective, though, is to only complete quests in release order, so I might do that just because it seems like I really desperately need money, and this is potentially a way to do it. So I won't complete the quest. I'll just try to take it far enough that I can get inside. Okay, the quest to get in is a prerequisite. I need to do the new version of Prince Ali Rescue first, so I can't get in there. Okay. I'm just going to leave construction at 10, like I did with Herblore, because I need more things to progress it. I think the only thing I can take to 20 then is Dungeoneering. I kind of want to wait until Dungeoneering is introduced in the story to keep doing that. Although it is the one, like, I didn't wait for Divination or Archaeology. Yeah, I'll go do Dungeoneering. Try to figure it out. I really like what they've done with the Al-Kharid Palace here, where it's, like, raised up against everything else. Looks great. I don't know if I got enough new rocks to get more levels from the statue, but I'm going to add more to it here. 199 Herblore, 460 Thieving, 460 Crafting. Okay, I'll take the Herblore level. Probably should have saved it until later, but anything that it's difficult to train. Construction. I guess I can get that from building stuff in my house. I should figure that out because I haven't seen one yet. Cooking, fire making, and fletching are all trivial, though. All right, going in the dungeon. Just think it's like the gauntlet. Oh yeah, I need the ring on me, I guess. Can I equip this too? Open party interface, form party. Okay, climb down. Hard mode, no. Party size 1, small dungeon. Okay. Chain body, plate skirt, rapier, battle axe. Okay, so there's magic gear, range gear, 2 kinds of melee gear. Got it. I can take some food in the starting room, it looks like. Bind setup, I don't know what that does. Bound items. Do I have to like hand it to him to bind it? I don't know what that means. I'll look it up later, I guess. The potion slot is only available after you have whatever. Let's just go. It's fine. I don't know if it makes sense to just like completely skip fighting here. I only get XP for finishing. All right, boss here. I don't know if it has any mechanics like the last one. I think this is the boss. It's got like stuff on the ground you got to avoid. Weakness none. Okay. All right, this was pretty rough. I did it mostly with mage. I ran out of food. I think I'm gonna win here. I don't know how I feel about dungeoneering right now. It's a little more attentive and higher like commitment than I usually like for RuneScape. So I'm probably just gonna do this one run and I'll leave it at a low level. Maybe we'll revisit it when we encounter it naturally through questing. But I am completely comfortable with stopping after that. Just got dungeoneering level 5. I'm gonna leave. Hey, starting up today, the plan is to do all of the 2001 quests, but right now I need to do something where I don't have to talk very much, so I'm going to try to farm some herbs. I haven't looked at the wiki for this. I'm just going to see if the Chaos Druids in the Edgeville dungeon are still there, because that's a pretty solid source of runes in Old School, and if they're not, I'll go do Cave Bugs or something. Alright, there are Chaos Druids here. They're a little bit nastier than I thought they were going to be, and I guess I don't know for sure what their drop table is, but I'm going to try doing this for a few minutes. I can't really report in too much on level up, so I'll just summarize where I get at the end. This is going pretty well. Not really taking any damage with melee. I might try it with range, although I don't think I have the setup for it. I'm going to go deposit, though. You can see I got a really solid amount of herbs. I'm not going to pick up the druid robes anymore, but I'll keep picking up the runes and things like that, secondaries, snape grass. All right, I ended up doing quite a bit of chaos druids. Ended up getting strength to 35, hit points to 31, and got a whole boatload of herbs, and I'm going to start cleaning now and see what that gets me to. I guess I should probably stop over by Taverley and see if that shop that sells secondaries is restocked so I can get that clock ticking. I'll do that real quick. Alright, so it looks like he restocks Unicorn Horn Dust and Limpwort Roots much more slowly than the other items. I'll have to keep an eye on this. It's doing an emote that looks like it's out of Monkey Island. Okay, that was the thing that happened. So I would still like to get base 20 Sans summoning. That's not going to happen. In construction, I don't have the money. And dungeoneering, I don't want to do it. So we'll see how close I get with Herblore here. Alright, Guams are going to get me a little shy of 17. Now I can use the Marintils to make anti-poisons, though, so we'll see. I guess I can go farm for Unicorn Horn Dust. I don't know that I can get Limpworts as easily. Need to go buy more vials of water. I'm already out. Making my first anti-poisons here, and I'm almost certainly going to have to go track down and farm some unicorns here. That's 19 Herblore. I don't think I have enough of these to get there without it. Yeah, not quite. We're about halfway there. The only thing I'm missing is the Unicorn Horn Dust, so guess I'll go kill the one south of Edgeville. It shouldn't take too long. I think there's actually only the one unicorn here right now. I think there's more by Sears Village, question mark? It is kind of nice having a tool belt. I wouldn't mind something similar being added to Old School. I think the way you do it in Old School, though, is you make it something that you have to unlock, and then you have to, like, unlock each tool that you're allowed to put on it. Or have, like, a limited number of slots for it or something. It's a minor convenience. I tracked down 5 Unicorn Horn Dust. I think that's going to be enough to just barely get me to 20. Let's see. Just barely. Wow, I didn't do the math. I just hope that was true. 20 Herblore. Right on. So yeah, now it's just construction, dungeoneering, summoning. At least they're all towards the bottom. I would like to go ahead and formally close out this episode, I think, with Demon Slayer. The next episode we'll work on the rest of these from 2001. Headed over to start Demon Slayer. I think the... Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Gives you like guidance to start the quest. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to record my entire reaction to old quests that you've already seen me do in Old School RuneScape. I'll refer you to my Questscape playthrough for that. I will go ahead and record if something interesting happens, like if there's something different, or I'll probably record the variant versions of the quest, like these variants of Prince Sally Rescue. I think this is already different. Don't you have to like go get a key or something to open something? All right, well, this is different. Right on. So much for that. I guess they must have remade this quest at some point. Welcome. Guess I need to make Silverlight more important than to, like, just be in some guy's closet somewhere. Like a display case. Spirit of the body. Clean up these bones. That's it? Oh, are they enemies? Cute. Oh, but they're like level 1. Okay. Oh, that's neat. Actually feels like a mission. I think this quest is the one where you have to like wash the key out of the grate or whatever. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Leap of Faith. Last Crusade. Cross the chasm. Step into the chasm. Okay. North. It's gonna go all the way west. You can run again. Thanks on natural calm. Can we trust the Silverlight if your mind is clouded? Yes. Are you in this place? Okay, we're doing Monty Python. What is Silverlight? Sword that slays demons. Why do you require that? Powerful demon threatens Varrock. Who is this demon? Delrith. Gideon. Good. Paying attention. Got it. You have passed. Awesome. That's a nice little remake. I understand why they wanted to remake that since this sword gets so important later. I didn't know it was the second ever quest in the game after Cook's Assistant. That's kind of crazy. Oh, they even did a little animation for you taking out the sword. Effort. The new sprite looks cool too. Dig it. I just go fight him now? Do I have to do like the incantation backwards? He's not here. Oh, there it is. Read scroll. See the Temple of Zamorak in the southeast part of Varrock. Another trapdoor. Okay, heading there. I think this is the trapdoor. Oh, is he gonna be an ally again? Okay. Yeah, it was like the tutorial when Berthorpe did this. I mean, like a little dungeon and everything. That's neat. I guess it's too bad they just removed the old version of the quest from the game. It would be neat if there was some way to, like, go to old Galenor and still do it. I never like when they delete content like that, even if I understand what they were going for. Making them all level 1 is a cute idea, so you can have lots of enemies and make it seem more dangerous than it actually is. Cutscene. Denath. Yeah, they cut the whole thing with you talking to Eris. You should have stayed in Edgeville, bookworm. Behold. No. I did bring a Silverlight, thankfully. Oh, it looks pretty cool. It's gonna kill the cultists. Nice. Let's rest to shield us again. Alright. I must equip Silverlight to defeat the demon. Hide in the shield. Oh man, mechanics. That's cool. I don't think I made it to the shield in time. I have better stats. To me. Oh, maybe I did. It just hits you even harder. Place is coming apart. Let's get out of here. Cool death animation for him, too. Cool. Got Silverlight, Avernic Wand, and Book. 3 combat XP lamps worth 100 XP each. Okay. I guess magic. Avernic Book. Magic Offhand. That's kind of cool. Now, that's probably an upgrade. Not sure. All right. That's nice. Yeah, sword looks cool. All right. Well, that seems like that's a good stopper for an episode. We are basically base 20, barring a couple skills. I could take this one up, and I don't think I have enough money to take construction up right now, but I'm going to plan to start working on that once we are able to begin the quest that lets us into Menaphos. That seems like a pretty solid money-making method for iron. So yeah, next episode, expect us to go through all of these quests, and I'll probably have new skilling goals, but my main focus is going to be getting through quests. I want to at least catch up to anything that's new to RS3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.